Hi, I'm Jordi. Welcome to another episode of the Origins podcast by the Esports Awards. And today our guest is Martin from Treehouse. He's the manager of some of the biggest influencers in Latin America. And he will be speaking to us a little bit about his career and everything that is behind being an influencer manager. So, yeah, Martin, welcome to the show.
Hey Jordi, thanks for the invitation. Thanks for everything, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great as well. Here in Spain, it's a little bit hot today, even though I'm wearing like hoodie, but everything's all right. How is things over there in Argentina?
Oh, nice. It's always fun here with everything going on. So a little bit cold, so that's good. We were looking for some cold in last month. Too much heat, not as much as the one we know from Riyadh from last year, but still pretty heat, pretty hot. So
Yeah,
everything's fine. Happy to be home.
very well. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So let's dig a little bit into you. So we know you usually behind the scenes, like make things happening and helping all your influencers. So how does it feel to be on the mic today?
It's weird. It's a new sensation. I think it's interesting to also have the point of view from behind the scenes. So I'd be happy to let you know and walk you through to the tough and happy situations we have from managing influencers, which is quite a new thing, to be honest.
Yeah. It is for sure. We have the pleasure to talk a lot about it. And it's also nice to put people and to let people know how it is behind the scenes and how everything works because it's actually difficult to understand sometimes and what you guys do and how do you guys manage all those people. So to learn a little bit more about you. So how was your life before becoming an influencer manager? Because as you said, something new. So what's your background a little bit?
Okay, I'll let you know. I study architecture. I was working. I've worked on construction management. So management is kind of the same, not the same to make an office building as to help influencers with their careers. But I've worked for more than 12 years in construction management. It's actually I've learned a lot from that experience. It gave me because it's not much about the building itself. It's about how all contracts on a big building become articulated. How you get your client, which is normally the developer, happy or you keep
Hmm.
the construction healthy, as also dealing with different contractors that have their own interest and have their own times and their own difficulties. So it was a really good experience. Um, and I think it helped me a lot to understand how to have two clients at the same time works, which is something that also happens in the talent management industry, where you have your talent, a YouTuber, a TikToker, like an influencer that needs to deliver for a brand, but you'll have the brand it's never easy when you work also with global influencers. You have brands from different regions, each has their own experience working with influencers, good, bad, in the previous time. So they come with some things to be taken care of. I think it's interesting, and to be honest, I think my past experience helped me a lot to be able to take this challenge and to experience. And also when it started, it's something you don't, I think, still you don't have a place to study this, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot about learning and improvising, but also trying to link that with other businesses that are more known to the world to try to make the job right.
Hmm. No, that's great. Like as you said, your managing experience was great for you to translate. So I think that skill was like the best one in managing a lot of projects at the same time. That probably helped you a lot to shape who you are today and to help you translate that for the influencer marketing. So like what was the spark for you that said, okay, I want to make that transition for an industry that has nothing to do with influencers, then moving to for working with influencers, YouTubers? So what was the motivation behind?
It was, I think it was a mix of things. One of the things is that I've been a gamer through all my life. I have a big Monkey Island tattoo on my arm, which then I can show that, and that says two things: gamer and old guy, right? Because Monkey Island was an old
We'll need
graphic
a picture of
adventure.
of the tattoo. We'll need a picture of
Okay,
that to show
I'll
to
send
our.
I'll send
We'll
it.
need that.
And to be honest, gaming and technology, it's been always for me something really interesting, something that motivates me. And I've in the past, I think on early 2000, I was a pro player for Counter Strike. But back in that time in
Oh,
Argentina, best thing you could do for a extremely good year was to win a keyboard and mice, right? That was the biggest prize you could get. and
OG time.
and so
That
yeah,
OG sports time.
exactly. And so it's something I really like, gaming and technology and entertainment. But I when I had to choose what to study and what to lead my life, I was in between architecture. I like designing a lot. I like the creativity part. Of course, I love Legos.
Hmm.
And and also I like programming, but programming seemed a little bit too structured. I don't know if it sounds right, but uh, not as interesting and motivating as something else like architecture, design, construction, which is hard. And when I saw the opportunity, I think 2019. I was already working not in construction but in developing in a development company for real estate, which sounded it was a step up into creativity and to creativity.
Hmm.
I had a connection with one of the influencers that we're still. I know you know him, but we're still working with him up to this day, which makes me really proud. Which was Donato, and he was looking for a manager because he just came from Venezuela to Argentina, and it was he was trying to understand how to make his career grow. I think he was like 2 million followers by that time. He already have grown a lot, but he had new challenges into the table. A lot of companies interested in him doing campaigns and participating in events and many things. And he what he met a couple of talent managers here in Argentina, but he didn't like them because it he felt like it was all people that came from music that had like a different way of seeing things. Not they didn't know anything about gaming, about entertainment, but it didn't sound good for him. And we met almost by casualty. And then we started growing a relationship. I started helping him around legal contracts, about some things about his accounting, also around connections with entertainment or companies like YouTube, Facebook, which I have friends that work there. And that's how we started. And the moment I saw it was growing, and it had like a future, because I did this on the side, uh,
Hmm.
just to help him. And when I saw it started growing and more influencers started interested, and there was like a place to be, and a lot of things to do, and you need to build a team. And it's one of the most difficult times or of my life, when I said, okay, either I jump into this train, which I know it's where it's gonna end, if it's gonna crash in a month or two on a year, or I stay where I am. I have a career, I have other relationships in the construction world, which I built. Uh, Also, with I was working on a multinational company, so it sounded like a pretty secure future, and I jumped. It was really really nice, and from that day, I've been working with him. and with more than 20 talents right now on helping them to build their career, to stay focused, to have their feet on the ground and not go crazy around largest amount of money that they sometimes win, to keep on building brick by brick on a really good future for them. Because to be honest, we don't know how this is too close to what's new every day. So we don't know
Hmm.
where it's going to end, where influencers are going to be in the next 5 years. Technology is advancing too fast, I think, which is okay, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's not that easy, like other industries. But that's what we do. That's our challenge every day, and that's it's something that I've been enjoying a lot for the past 6 years.
Nah, it's amazing. Like 6 years, a lot. I mean, you've grabbed a trend almost at the beginning, to be honest. The influencers and
It's
everything.
it's
So
like it's like doggy years, right? So 6 years
yeah,
in technology is a lot in the real
it is.
life.
It is. It is. So it pretty much sums up how you build Treehouse. Actually, like you're starting with Donato and then moving on to other influencers, and understanding their needs and stuff. So do you know, like, do you have a moment when you said, okay, like that's the career, like I'm here into something, so that's my dedication, my focus is going to be here 100%. Like I've made the right choice, the right path. Do you have that moment when you saw it and you felt that way?
I to answer that question, I think I've had from one side, it's a type of work that every day you need to revalidate what you're doing. If it's
Hmm.
pretty like a roller coaster, right? When COVID hit the world, uh, many people came to me and said like, no, you saw this coming, that's why you moved to entertainment online. And to be honest, it's not something that I, of course, I saw. It's something that my life led to that. But that felt like the right choice, and I don't want to be inconsiderate to all the harm that COVID meant to the world. But for
Hmm.
influencers to have many people at home, and they became a really like a spotlight of entertainment every day for everyone, because you had like many TV shows that couldn't be done because of the COVID. Movies stopped. Everything. I think even music production stopped for a while. Like the world stopped, but the influencers kept on like going online and posting their videos, their TikToks. I don't know if there was TikTok by then, but posting their content every day, and they had like a huge attention from everyone, because there were the ones that kept on running, and they get like huge audiences and became more popular even, and at some point it's nice because they started giving the entertainment that no one could give, because they needed these huge structures as production companies and TV studios or anything, and they switched that, and it was just one guy with his camera, a computer, and playing a game, and that uh, got the attention from everyone, and gave entertainment, and I think at some point also hope to keep on like every day, even though you're locked down at your house. You have something to see, something to talk with your friends, something to keep on, even with social distancing, to keep on having relations to talk about this or that. I think it was really important, because the whole scenario was pretty sad or frightening, and these guys
Hmm.
just kept on going. They never stopped, and I think that point it felt like the right choice.
No, amazing. I mean, that's an amazing answer actually. Like it sums up everything that happened the last 5 years and how like the industry evolved, like from streaming and gaming and even esports, how it grows at that time and to where we are nowadays. So let's go back a little bit more to your profession nowadays and how do you do so. A lot of people talk about influencer managers, but sometimes they don't understand what you guys do actually. So can you just explain what exactly does an influencer manager do?
I think the answer to that would be everything that the influencer don't know how to do or doesn't want to do. I'm not sure if I think I missed something with the verbs in English, but be kind to me. But I think what we do when you actually do management, you're not just a commercial company selling an influencer service, because what we do, which is not so common, is we do everything around them. We take care of sometimes planning around their families, around the travels, financials, economics. We do all the legal stuff for them. We do what we need to do to help them get focused and stay focused on what they do best, which is entertainment. And sometimes also we try to build projects around them with them, so they can even grow their what they've been doing even bigger. Because when you get to know an influencer that already started, and he has some like pretty sum of followers, they already know what they do and how to do it. So what we try to do is to keep all the other stuff controlled and on a healthy status, and also to help them like amplify what they do, bring bigger projects to the table, um, try to get more clients, bigger clients, try to make them participate on amazing events like we did last year 2 times with the Esports Awards. That connections are really important for them. And normally influencers, unlike other famous figures from the entertainment industry, they've grown alone, basically. It was
Hmm.
guys that just got their computer, they created a channel or an Instagram, and they started creating content with no validation from the outside world, and because they believed in what they do, and they kept on doing that until they reach of what they are now. But if you see that type of work, it's a really lonely. Even though they can connect with other influencers, sometimes, for example, they connect with people which are not in their city, not in their country, and from the outside world, when you see a kid that's talking to his digital friends and that doesn't go play football to the to the field with his friends, people get worried. And I think that's why it's really a pretty uh, modern or actual or contemporary thing, because it's a different thing, right? It's the age of the
Hmm.
internet and connecting, and only because they didn't go play football. I'm not saying playing football it's bad, right? But only because they didn't go, and their mother maybe get worried, it's why they are today what they are.
Hmm. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what made them today, like believing in something else and doing something different, and yeah, put themselves on the spotlight. So, talking about a
Yeah.
little bit, we want to know a little like some nice story or anecdote. So, do you have any tricky situations? You don't need to say names of influencers or brands, but do you have any tricky situations between influencer and a brand that you had to manage, or something like nice story for us to know?
um uh, I'm not sure if nice would be the adjective on tricky situations, but if we go for brands and influencers, I think there is still a lot to understand about the world of the influencers. Normally, when you work with small endemic brands like publishers, they understand a lot what the influencer can deliver, and how to give the influencer the freedom to achieve the KPIs that they want, right? It's either downloads on a game, or people buying a skin for a specific game, uh,
Hmm.
or whatever. We think on endemic brands, it's always easier, and they understand a lot around how to deal with influencers, the creativity process, the limits they can give into the content that they're going to create. When you go to non-endemic, like massive consumer brands, then that's the difference, because I think uh, still there are finding a way to deal with influencers, which is not the same to run an ad with actors and a production team than to deal. We had some stories which are fun about one of our guys that was jumping to create like a campaign that was about defying limits. He had to jump on a plane with a parachute. It was for a gum brand, and we presented the whole process, what we were going to do, and how we were going to integrate the brand into then one of the like a blog from these influencers. They really liked it, and then when we did the whole production, we got this guy jumping on a plane. He got if you see the video, then I'm going to send it. You see the guy
Yeah,
fainting for a second, like he goes like, and then he wakes up. So it was pretty hardcore for everyone, but it went really nice. And then when we delivered, the brand said like, "Oh no, now we are rethinking, and we would like this guy to jump chewing a gum, and maybe this and that." And then and you can't be angry because they're used to working with productions that they redo everything until it's perfect for them. Um, Also on that campaign, uh, this guy had to chew a gum for like an Instagram story, and I'm not joking. He had to chew like 20 packs of gums because they wanted the three layers of the gum to be seen through the teeth, and and it was to get that situation, to get the brand happy at the end, because you cannot say like, oh, that's what we're gonna do. Either you take it or you leave it, because then you're breaking a bridge that you just built, which means like a client, a recurring client, something that you want to keep on growing. And at the same time, you have the guy that it's gonna lose his teeth in 24 hours because chewing 20 packs of gums one after another. And so being in the middle in those situations, which is pretty common, it's not easy. And but I think that when you keep on working with the talents and with the brands, you make that bridge straight, and the talents understand how to make this and not to get angry. And you get the brands that also understand that you're there to make and the talents there to make the best content possible, which will achieve the best views or engagement possible,
hmm
which is not always what they planned with a creative agency. I'm not going against the creative agencies. I'm just saying that sometimes we all need to learn how this all goes with the three legs of this robot, and how to make this work properly and run in a proper way. And as years goes by, you can see that the talents learn how to do this, and they don't get upset, or they don't get angry, because at the beginning it was kind of angry working with like 18 or 20-year-old guys that they never worked with a brand. And for example, now recently with one new talent that we're working, we had a campaign. We had to deliver an integration for a YouTube video. So once he delivered, we sent it for approval, but then he posted the campaign right away. He didn't wait for the approval or anything. And then you see the difference between the new ones and the ones that actually have experience. They already understand how this business works, but it's pretty new for everyone, right? For a guy that just became popular, uploading YouTube videos on a game, they don't know if they need to post with a hashtag, with linking to another profile. They have to wait for approval. They need to post on a specific time. That's actually all new. They're used to more like what they do every day. They post when they want. You have to think also. These are guys that normally they don't they don't study anything like a career, or they didn't work at any place. So they're
hmm
quite natural on their instincts on how to deliver things. But that's why we are in the middle to help them do that, and to help the companies also achieve what they want with them.
No, absolutely. Also, something I believe you guys play a crucial part is helping them to stay up to date and find new trends and understand the industry. How do you help your influencers to find those new trends or help them guide a little bit? Like, I think that kind of content is working now, or that's where the industry is shifting a little bit, or you leave more to them to find out?
No, it depends on. Normally, they are the ones that have the more knowledge around new trends. They are the ones that consume because they are natural high consumers of social networks, right? They spend a lot of their time on TikTok. They spend a lot of their time like connecting with other guys, watching YouTube videos on how where is going the industry on. I know either it's gaming or challenges or anything. So on the content part, we normally don't play like such a big role, but we do is on the platform side. Is that we because we're normally after which platform monetize the better for them, which platform will get the better engagement rate for them, which are the new platforms. If a new platform on live stream is if it's good, it's well seen for the clients or not. Also, we are after to see if our clients are demanding more like YouTube content or Instagram content or TikTok. Also, and also all those platforms, you've seen them through the last years, and they change a lot on what they allow. Normally when a platform starts, they have like they allow for people to post links to go outside the platform to post hashtags, and as time goes by, it's all been like tweaked to make the platform monetize better for the platform owners. So sometimes that changes also on the influencer side, right? Because you cannot post links for outside websites, which you normally do to for if you create a call to action to someone to register on a page or to do something, and
Hmm.
you cannot mention this type of businesses because they need to have a license to work with the platform. So we normally are much more on that side, helping the influencers, than on the content itself. Content itself, normally they know much better than anyone, and we help them get the reports, get a meeting with YouTube where they can analyze their latest analytics and see, or a new tool for YouTube where you can choose three thumbnails, and then it would try them and it would tell you which one performed better. We try to bring these tools to the talents. Now with the content dubbing, we've been working a lot on trying the different ways to dub content for the influencers. So it's less work for them, but they can amplify into more languages, which is really interesting. I think all those parts is what we bring to the talent regarding the content, but not the content itself.
Great. So you mentioned as well about like new talents, and you have like a lot of new guys always joining you, and because you are expanding. So this one is for everyone that's interested in getting to your position to be someday like you are. So for anyone interested, it's time to grab pen and paper because that's some of the best questions I would say. So how do you find new talent, and how do you approach that new talent?
That's a really good question. I'm not gonna give it to everyone, so no one can write this down. It's secret. No, but to be honest, and what I think the best way to start is to actually start with one talent. It's never easy, but to become someone that can facilitate things to the talent. To be honest, in Treehouse we've done everything for the talents in these last years. It's never a no, right? It's not like, oh no, and of course we go look for the specialist that they need. We don't mess up with legal stuff. We have our legal team, our external legal team. If we need people on different sites because we have influencers from all the region in different countries, we go look for them. But it's always a position where we work with the influencer to get the best of what they need from the outside world. And once you start, and from our side, I think we never pitched an influencer for to come work with us, because I think the best way to get them is when you have really happy clients, talents that will, when someone asks for them who they're working with, they will recommend us, and that's, I think, the main strategy on how we grown Treehouse from back in the day to now, because it's more about the mouth to mouth. I don't know if it's the same expression in English, but that's much more important, because you need to understand that on the other side you don't have an experienced person or a business person looking an accountant or a lawyer. You have someone that will probably work, mm, eh, be willing to work with their father or a brother or a friend as a manager, and because it's a position that demands a lot of trust, and and the only way to get that, I think, it's through, if you're looking, it's not pitching, right? I can promise anything, but on the end, the risk of trying with someone that you don't have that doesn't have the credentials, and you don't actually know if it's good or bad, that risk, I think it's too big. So normally what we get is talent saying like, oh, this guy doesn't have a manager, well, can you talk to him, or can I talk to him, and then see if it fits on Treehouse, and then we are meeting with them, or someone comes by and say like, oh, I've seen you working with this and this guy, I would love to work with you guys. um it's more the other way. I don't feel comfortable going after someone and saying like, oh, I think you need a manager, I think we can do this and that for you, because I feel like a car salesman, and I don't mean to disrespect the car's salesman, but it's someone, I believe it's someone trying to make you want something that you don't know if you want or if you need, and that's really uncomfortable.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So,
But
Martin,
starting,
I would
sorry,
say,
the thing would be,
hi, go ahead.
sorry, the thing would be, start with someone that you're close to, and prove that you are someone that they need. To do that, you need to do everything sometimes, but that's the way to start. I think that's what the manager does. The
Yeah, it's part
legal
of
and
the process.
non-legal stuff.
Nah, that's amazing. So, Martin, yeah, that'll be everything for today. Thank you very much for joining us from Argentina. Huge hugs for Leon, and yeah, on this new
Thank you.
chapter of our life. Because if you guys don't know, Martin just been a father like a couple months ago. Martin, how's being like that new
Al-
challenge?
al- Almost 3 months now. I can tell you, when other parents tell you like, sleep while you can, and you say like, nah, it can't be that bad, it's all real. But apart from that, it changed my life completely. It's a really amazing experience, and you connect with someone new that's part of your family, and it's really amazing. I don't have much words than that. It's just love and a new sensation, and I think it's so good that you don't care about waking up 7 times in the night and helping and doing anything that's needed, and then at the other day keep on working, because on our side, since I have my own company, I don't get license, right?
Hmm.
So that's also one thing that's it's been more difficult maybe, but I'm happy with it. So I can't say anything more than that. I'm hopefully I will get Leon to be part of one of our journeys in the future.
Absolutely, he'll become a great either influencer or influencer manager. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he has all the YouTubers saying like, oh, when can we start recording things with Leon and blah blah. So like, take it easy, guys. Just it's too young, but they're all happy about it, because and that's the kind of relationship we end up having with our talents. They're part of a family, we are part of a family which it's been built through the last years, because we've been together in the good, the bad, and everything. And so it's for me, it's a new family that I've built with both with talents, part of our team, a strong relationship with clients that you see through the years, in different parts of the world, different, or they work on this company, but then they go to this other company, and you keep on working with them. So it's really interesting.
Nah, that's amazing. So, Martin, before we close everything, I would like to know where people can find you, when people can reach out to you or Treehouse or everything. If you can share social medias.
Sure. I think LinkedIn is right now number one for this. You can either look by my name or Treehouse, write us. We do have some, I think we have an Instagram account, Treehouse dot es. But I think, or by email, Martin at treehouse.es. I think we can write out somewhere in our
Hmm.
podcast at the end or something. But either talents, companies, people that want to work in this industry, feel
Hmm.
free to reach me. I'm always open for a talk, for either an advice on how to start. I Many of the companies that or some, not many, that would be so too much, but some of the companies, of the biggest companies in the region now that we normally work with as partners right now, started asking, and so we help them like start their company, like on the US or here, and how to reach to talent, and what to contacts with YouTube or Meta or this and that. So I'm always happy to help, and because I believe it's better to grow like a large family in all between than to close doors to people. So feel free to reach me, and I'll be happy to help.
Absolutely. So, guys, this will be everything for today. We'll leave all Martin's information below at the description of the podcast. Don't forget to follow Martin and Treehouse on social media, and also to follow the Origins podcast. Martin, it has been huge pleasure to have you here. I hope we can have a lot of your times here with us as well. Maybe in English or in Spanish, we'll find out how we're going to figure it out and how it's going to be the best way for us to do it. And thank you very much for being part of the podcast.
Thank you, Jordi, and thank you, the Esports Award Foundation, for everything so far. And let's hope we have a brighter future, an even brighter future for us. So, as a team, thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure.